this is what the container looks like as of now, just after moving in. As you can see, it's quite a mess. As I did, I literally have to chuck everything in and then go get the second load. So all of that there, that was the first load when the car came, and then all of this here was the second load. Yeah, I'll pop a picture up on screen if I remember what the new daily looked like. And if you were wondering, by the first clip, yeah, I got a new daily. Lovely, innit? 1.6 Cooper D. It's not bad, to be fair. The only small problem is it's tiny on the inside. Other than that, it's quite alright. The other one blew up. I've also got my hot chocolate to get us through the day, so yeah, let's try get all this stuff cleared out, and then we'll actually do some work on the car.
The beauty of my work is immeasurable. When no spare time for errors, make records and jewels. The beauty of my work is immeasurable. When no spare time for errors, make records and jewels. The beauty of my work is immeasurable. When no spare time for errors, make records and jewels.
Right, so we're back with Lexus. It's day 2. Basically, didn't rain yesterday. I was going to come back, but I did go out with a mate for the rest of the day that I haven't seen in a while, so can't complain. So yeah, so today basically main priority is trying to get this boot sorted. Now, in the last clip you would have seen, or in the last episode probably, you would have seen that this did bulge over and we have got some runs on it. So what we're going to be trying to do today is we're just going to sand it down, try to get back to bare metal. I've gotten another filler instead of the one that I was using, so that one hopefully should be a bit better than the one that we were using. So the one that I've got, it's a proper mixture. I've got to mix it myself. That's a proper one for metal. So we're going to sand it back down to bare metal around the outside, and we're going to try and get this filler smooth as possible so that I can lay this high compound down stuff on top of it. And hopefully I'm praying that that is going to work. So if it doesn't, we're just going to go with it. I'm going to try my best to make it not do that. So yeah, we're going to try that now. So we're going to get it sanded all the way back down to bare metal. I'm not going to show you that bit because I mean we've already done an amazing montage clip of me doing that. So yeah, we're going to sand it back down and we'll go from there. So I'll see you in a bit. So we've ran into a little bit of a problem while I've been sanding it down. So with the filler, unfortunately it didn't really bond that well with the car itself, like with the actual body panel, as I hadn't went thoroughly down to bare metal. I only trimmed off the top layer of lacquer into the paint. So unfortunately it looks like this. So this is what we're stuck with. All the fillers came off, and basically now I'm gonna have to go all around this and sand it down on the inside of the slope. On the outside it's went to metals. As you can see there, it went right down to the primer, and a little bit it's went right down to the metal, but we're going to have to get this whole thing down back to metal. That's going to take a little while. So yeah, so once we do get this down to metal, hopefully that the filler that I've got as well, the body filler for metalwork, It's going to dig into it properly. We're going to be able to get it nice and smooth, and then we're just going to be able to paint right over it again. I would say that this back face, this whole back face, is going to need a new layer of primer, as I have went down in the different little places, just trying to get all the little runs and little dribbles off pretty much. It does need a good clean as well. So yeah, I think this whole back bit's going to need like a new layer of primer, and then we can kind of just fade it into the top bit, because the top bit's alright, it just needs a little bit of a clean again, because I mean the dust and all sorts has been getting on it for the past couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this, trying to get down to bare metal, and then we'll go from there with the filler, and then from there we'll be able to prime it again, hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, I'll clock back when this is all down to bare metal. Alright, so I've sanded it down to bare metal. So now we're just going to be laying this new filler down. It is called Big Boy Metal Filler Ultra Tough Conductive. It's this one here. So basically, it comes with a little. I'll get it out. Comes with a little sticker hardener, and then basically you just mix it on a spreadsheet. You use a tiny bit of that and then most of that. It's like a 80-20 ratio, pretty much, kinda, or you can even use it as a 50-50. It'll just take a little bit longer, a little bit less time to harden up, pretty much. So yeah, I'm gonna try and lay this. I'm probably gonna watch a YouTube tutorial first, because I have no idea how to do this, especially if I did that bad. I'll probably watch a little YouTube tutorial while I'm doing it. So yeah, I'll probably put a little montage in of me laying it down, and then we'll go from there afterwards. So hopefully when I do put this down, it'll be the last time I do. On all the other pieces of filler that I've got on the car, that's what we're probably going to be working on next. If I've done this one this bad, I've probably done the others this bad, especially the front bonnet and especially the roof as well. Now the passenger rear door, you may have noticed in the last clip or in the last episode, there was a door there. That will be coming in the next episode, probably. But that as well, I'm not going to have to put any filler on the passenger rear door, as we're going to be replacing it. So the passenger side is probably going to be the best side of this car while I'm working on it. The driver's side, I need to do that rear arch, and there's a little bit here and there at the bottom of the door, but no one's really going to notice that. But there is a little bit on the top arch at the back where the frame comes down. So yeah, it's mainly just the roof and the bonnet, pretty much. That's the main concern, because the roof, that's got a lot of dents in. No idea what's going on. I don't know whether the previous owners stood on it with a trophy or something, going like, "Wee!" So yeah, we're gonna just paste this down and hope for the best, really. I probably will watch a YouTube tutorial. I'm gonna do that now.
The beauty of my work is immeasurable. With no spare time for errors, for errors. Make records and jewels. It's immeasurable. With no spare time for errors, make records and jewels. The beauty of my work is immeasurable. With no spare time for errors, for errors, make records and jewels.
So yeah, I've got the filler laid down. I watched the YouTube tutorial beforehand. That came in quite handy. So yeah, it is a bit messy, but it's my first time. Everything's going to be messy on this job, pretty much, especially if I'm painting it. So yeah, I've got it laid down. It says it takes about 15-20 minutes to actually set in properly. I'm going to give it about half an hour. So yeah, it's a bit messy, but I'm gonna sand it down anyways. By the looks of it, when I lift the bonnet, like when I lift the boot up like that, I can't see that way that it is smooth over. So as long as I've got these lines here, there's a couple of lines, as long as I can get rid of those lines and it is still smooth.
Tell me what you mean.
Basically, it went good, and then it didn't. So yeah, it's nice and smooth. It is, but there's still a bulge in it, like a little ravine in it, pretty much. So all the rest of it, it went very well. Around it, it is very smooth. There's just a little bit here. I don't know whether you can see or not. Like, you might be able to see here. I'll bring the camera closer a little bit. Oh, Jesus. So you might be able to see right here, like there's a little white outline here. Just in there, there's still a little bit there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a little bit more filler there. Just a tad little more, and then we're going to let that dry. But honest to God, I'm quite happy with myself here, even though I went all the way around here. Like there's dots everywhere, this bit, and this bit, and this bit, all the way around here, and the top bit. That's going to need a fresh coat of primer. But I'm quite happy with this, because it is nice and smooth. It is really smooth. I'm very happy with the way this is going to come out. So with this being nice and smooth, the primer is going to sit amazing. So I think for everything else, I'm going to need a couple more tubs of this filler. So I did put another layer down after the layer that I've already put down. I said I was going to put a layer down, put the layer down, sanded it off, still a little bit of a dribble. So just literally just put another layer on. So I'm going to sand that down and hopefully that's the last one. So yeah, I'll clock that when that's all done, and then we'll sand it down from there. We'll see if it's actually flat and if it's actually decent enough. So yeah, I'll clock that when that's all done. But yeah, we've been hit with a little bit of rain, so I've put tarp over most of the stuff. Once it does, because the rain has passed, but there is going to be another wave in a couple of hours, or even an hour or so. When that wave comes, I'm going to be packing up then. I just don't want this container getting wet, because when the last one got wet, all the water went to the roof. I couldn't do anything about it. So hopefully by the next time it does start raining, I'm going to be somewhat done with this, and then from there we'll be able to just come back after work next week, and I'll be able to just whack a layer of paint on, and then we'll get sorted.
Acting like I'm mean. I've been smoking on my weed. I've been smoking on my weed. All of my weed. All of my weed. Go to sleep. I wake up in a week.
So yeah, it's the next day once again. I had to nip off yesterday as soon as I was done painting. Something happened, so I just had to go. But no, basically I'm quite happy with the end bit, with the painting of the new filler. Basically you cannot even tell that there's filler there, unlike the last one that we had. You can see there you can kind of see, but you cannot actually tell the difference of like where the paint is compared to like where the filler is. So I'm quite happy with that. And so yeah, that'll be the end of this episode. The next episode, I think what we're going to be doing is just going to be doing some final touches on that, and then on the next episode we're just going to be replacing all the old filler, and then we'll be going from there with putting the new filler on, spreading that all across, sanding that down, and then getting pretty much other pieces ready to paint. There's like that new door as well, so I think we might sand the new door down and then get that painted in the next episode. But yeah, either way, I'm quite happy with the progress that we've made on this. And honestly, you can't even tell. There's a slight little bit that I just need to sand down, but I'll do that off camera because it's only going to take about 2 seconds. But no, So thank you all very much for watching this episode. If you can, just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, put a comment on. It really boosts this channel up as well, and I have noticed that in less 10-minute videos they get bit more views. So I think this video might be under 10 minutes, or it might just be bang on 10 minutes, around that. And then from there, once we start getting like building this channel up a bit more, that's when I'll start putting longer videos. But from now on, I think I might, if it is a long video, I might put it into 2 parts instead of one big long video. So we're just trying to build this channel up as best as possible. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. You may be thinking, oh, here's a man who knows what he's doing. I generally have no idea what I'm doing.